Wow, so the state really came back with some evidence to refute what Robert Durst had told the court. Let me bring in our guest to see what she thinks about that. Trial attorney Marie Napoli watching along with us in New York. Marie, what do you think? The state, they are ready to go with everything, aren't they? Pulling those jail phone calls, ready to rebut what he told the court.
They really are, but this, I think, falls flat. The fact is, he is an ailing, older man. He's very sickly, and it's very apparent. The fact that he hopes that they have some sympathy for him because of that isn't any surprise. I felt sympathy for him when he stood up and spoke to the court. So will they feel some sympathy even with that statement? I don't think that really will change people's minds whatsoever. And just like they don't want him wearing jail clothes, the reason why they don't allow or don't want the defendants to wear jail clothes when they're coming to court is because everyone's innocent until proven guilty. And when someone's in the jail attire, it gives the false impression to the jurors that this already is an inmate, that this person is already guilty. And the fact that he's so sick that he can't change his clothes and still portraying that image to them, this is a sickly man. And there's nothing that the prosecution can do about that. They don't want there to be any empathy for him. They don't want him to be humanized whatsoever. They want the jury to see him as a monster. And in his physical state, and he's very non-threatening, they don't want the jury thinking, well, maybe he did this, but look at him now. He'll never be able to do this again to anyone. Those are all the things that the prosecution is trying to quash in the jury's mind. I don't know if pointing it out to the jury how frail and elderly he is really going to help them accomplish anything.
Let's play a clip from a little more of Stuart Altman's testimony, where he's talking about his friend Bob and how he knows him to be, and it goes to whether or not Robert Durst has been truthful.
In your experience as Bob's friend, do you consider him to be an honest person?
Yes.
Have you known Bob to lie when it's to his advantage?
Yes.
So when you said that you consider him to be honest, but you're saying you have known him to lie when it's to his advantage, would you agree that those two statements are somewhat in conflict?
No, I've also known him to lie when it didn't have any advantage.
So you just said a moment ago that you believe Bob Durst is an honest person. Then when I said, hey, have you known him to lie when it's to his advantage, you said yes. So I'm just trying to reconcile those two statements.
I can't reconcile for you.
Well, if I were then to ask, I'm going to ask you again, the first question. In light of the fact that you've said that you've known Bob to lie when it's to his advantage, would you agree that he is not an honest person?
No. I know some honest people can lie. That's the way I feel.
Honest people can lie. Okay, so that's where that landed. Obviously, the prosecutor attempting to discredit him seemed to be kind of going back on when he said that Robert Durst was honest, and then qualified it by saying, well, I have known him to lie. We're going to have to leave it there because we're just about out of time in this block. But Marie Napoli, thank you for being with us. Tomorrow, the Durst case is going to be resuming. Things are going to be